Mr. Tony, I want you to understand what is happening in this country. Because the PNP have a set of candidates where they're shifting from left to right. It's like when a man go to the States and him get deported and him want go back a foreign and him can't go back to the airport. They might try smuggle him through Bahamas to go back America. You have a man lose a Westmoreland and him taking sending Ghana trip. You have
my friend former Councilor Cruz. Was my friend former Councilor Cruz. Slowly. Slowly. My good friend, Mayor, former Mayor, Etani, and the rest of the Councilor Corps in St. Elizabeth. My message is going to be very short, and I want to take it from one of the speakers who said, we must remember what happened to Christopherson. You must remember what happened to him. Our member of parliament here is also working very hard for your interest and for the interest of Jamaica. We should never, never, ever allow that to happen again. I've been in Black River here and Jamaica for the past 33 years. I'm sure some of you are young during that time. I've lived through the PNP in St. Elizabeth, and I know who they are. So we should be very, very careful. We need to make sure that we are united as a family. Forget about who get what, who don't get what, who is vexed with who. Make your campaign known, but never ever on election day. Wake up your neighbors, make sure you do the right thing, because the alternative to the PNP is going to spell doom to Jamaica. I can assure you that. We don't want that. We're going forward, not backward. Say it again. We're looking forward, not backward. Forward ever, backward never. Thank you. God bless you.
Never last your way. I call to address to now the young councillor caretaker from the Silo Division, Mr. Valdino Peng. Let's hear it for Valdino.
Show a neighbor race. Are you ready? Are you ready? Listen, let me say all protocol observed. Today is a good day in St. Elizabeth. Today is a day we send a message to the other side that St. Elizabeth belongs to the Jamaica Labour Party. I want to say to you, Labourites, I want to say to you, it has been years since we control the 4 constituency. And now we control it, we now let it go. So we have to do everything to ensure that we keep St. Elizabeth in the winning column of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because here are no Labour rights. We all know that the other side are play 3 card. Where them a shuffle them deck. Believe that we believing that everybody is brand new. Them take a man from St. Catherine, come against Frank. And I know Frank going to send him back to St. Catherine. Them take a lady from Clarendon, send come get slowly. And I know as men We were taught never to beat women, but I want to slowly give her a proper backsiding. And labor rights, them take a lady who says she had run primary school with 20 at bikini against the veteran JC. And I know JC going to give her a proper backsiding. And them take a lady come against your MP Fly Green. A lady who will have you believe that she is new to politics. She has been the constituency secretary for this constituency for years, and she see how PNP mash it up. So run her when the time comes. So my message to you, labor rights, no matter how it stay now, it better we keep it there. No matter what go on, it prefer we stay with the Jamaica Labour Party. So on election night, we want to say North-East Labour, South-East Labour, North-West Labour, and South-West St. Elizabeth Labour. Show a Labour right.
Thank you. What a man sound hot. What a man sound good. But you don't know what happened. As Mr. Peng was saying a while ago, in the last Parish Council election, the PNP them set out them slate who will be mayor of Black River and who will be deputy mayor. But the people of St. Elizabeth say, we want the Jamaica Labour Party and the Jamaica Labour Party alone. And the next general election, we saying to them, St. Elizabeth is one of the parish who is saying, we staying green, we staying with the Jamaica Labour Party. So I bring now to address you the councillor for the Pedro Plain Division, Dr. Carl White. Let's hear for Carl White.
What things have been done? There's a come, man. There's a come, man. There's a come. What things have been done? What things have been done? What things have been done?
Labor rights! Peter Pan labor rights! Mountainside labor rights! Junction and South Sea labor rights! Do we have any Melbourne labor rights in here? Where are the Ipswich labor rights? And the Ceylon, the Black River, and Brompton? You are all here. Labor rights. I want to acknowledge our members of parliament. Slowly. Member of Parliament J.C. Hutchinson. Member of Parliament Franklin Witter. And the other member of Parliament who are not yet here on the platform. His Worship the Mayor, Councilor Richard Solomon of the Newmarket Division. Former Mayor Derek Sansa, our own from the Southwest, former Mayor, and all my colleague councillors and caretakers from the parish of St. Elizabeth. I was asked to bring brief greetings, and I want to appeal to labor rights from across the parish and across Jamaica, wherever this feed is going tonight. The opposition are tricksters, and they remind me of two tricksters who went in a story that we read to our children, who went to an emperor and told him that they could make special clothes. And they planted in his head
that if he could not see the clothes that they gave him, he was not fit for office. So they planted some fake news, some misinformation in his head. And that was the start of it. Labor rights, let me tell you, the PNP machine is going around and trying to plant in your head that for the past 8 years, nothing good has happened in Jamaica. Although you have seen it before your own eyes, the whole list of progress that we have made in this country, they're asking you to believe them that all of what you have seen has not happened and they need to come back to power. They're running their campaign on false and misinformation. And they're not only spreading it among their people. Liberites, they're targeting you on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and the various social media entities that are out there. And they are getting to some of us. They have some of us wondering and questioning the performance of this Andrew Holness-led government for the past 8 years. But let me tell you something. We're going to bust them bubble tonight. Let me tell you something. You Laborites have talking points. Let me tell you something. Never before in the history of this country have we had the type of wage reform that we have had. Soldiers and police are better under Labour. Teachers are better with Labour. Doctors and nurses are better with Labour. Farmers are better with Labour. Minimum wage workers, never in the history of Jamaica, are better with Labour. The youth of this country are better with Labour. If you want to send your child to university, you don't need a guarantor. You know how many young people qualified for university but could not go because they could not find a guarantor. Under this administration, young people in St. Elizabeth, you just need your qualification, no guarantor. And if you don't want to go to university, you can go learn a skill right up to the associate degree, free of cost, because of the Jamaica Labour Party. This administration has done well. We don't need to be nervous. We have talking points. When the PNP come at us, we can tell them about the health care that our great-grandma and grandmas and grandpa getting free of cost as a result of the Jamaica Labour Party. We don't need to be nervous. We have solid performance in this division and this constituency. Let me tell you something. They'll tell you all the NASU MP will NASU, and they go to the petty issues. And they're asking you to turn your a blind eye to the progress that Floyd Green has brought to Southwest St. Elizabeth in the 8 years that he has done here. They have a lady going around with a smile. You know this song? It's only a smile she's got. Yes? She's going around with a smile. Smile can't run country. Smile can't run division. Smile can't run constituency. We need people with substance and a history of performance. And we have that in our leaders here in Southwest St. Elizabeth and all the other 3 constituencies in this parish. So, in closing, wherever you go, Liberites, when you're in the bar having a drink, when you're at the domino table, when you're in the taxi, when you're in the supermarket, when you're walking on the street, when you go to the fence talking to the neighbor, when you're on Facebook, when you're on Instagram, when you're out there on social media, remember, you have performance to tell them that guess what? for the next election, we will remain the champion party in Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you.
Time come for them to go to the training center to get a skill and better themselves, because the Jamaica Labour Party has the opportunity for the youth. So I said to you, I bring to address you now, former Member of Parliament and former Mayor of Black River. Let's hear it for Derek Songster.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Ganavan Knuckle. Honorable J.C. Hutchinson, Member of Parliament and Deputy Leader. Honorable Franklin Witter, MP Delroy Slowly. His Worship the Mayor, Councilor Richard Solomon. My colleague councillors, council caretakers especially. My good friend, you know, I have to call Doc name, you know. Because anyhow I go anywhere and don't mention Doc. For the next week, he put me up on Facebook. And say, boy, the mayor didn't call him. Doctor! Council caretakers, labor rights all. It is a good evening. In February of this year, we had local government elections. And the people, the voters of this wonderful parish saw fit to return the majority for the Jamaica Labour Party to the municipal corporation in Black River. And it's very significant because it demonstrates the level of confidence that the people of this parish have in the councillors, and it demonstrates the level of confidence that the people have in the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister of Jamaica. But tonight is not about us. Tonight is not about us. Tonight is about our members of Parliament. Tonight is about our Member of Parliament, Floyd Green. And tonight is about the Honourable Dr. Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister. So Labour rights, what we are gathered here tonight, as far as I'm concerned, is to literally begin the campaign. We don't know when the general elections will be called, but as far as I'm concerned, the campaign must start now. Before we look around, it is due by next September. Next September can be here. Previous speakers to me have made mention of the performance of our government. That is unquestionable. The government has built up the economy of the country. It has built up the infrastructure of the country. It has transformed Jamaica from a third world country to a second world country, and on the way, perhaps, to become a first world country. History has shown us that whenever the Jamaica Labour Party builds up this country and the economy, the people vote out the Jamaica Labour Party, put in the People's National Party, and the economy of the country is once again turned upside down. And this is why we say Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party must get the third term. Must get the third term. Our performance is there. The economy has been built up. Infrastructure has been built up. But the people must decide and give the Jamaica Labour Party the third term. And I speak seriously because sometimes I get the vibes that a lot of people are wavering. A lot of people might be unsure. Perhaps they didn't get any personal benefit. Perhaps each and every one has not been touched, especially here in Southwest. We are all member of Parliament. The Honourable Floyd Green is the hardest working member of Parliament that I have seen in my political career here in this constituency. His ability to get projects done, his ability to reach out and satisfy the needs of the people. And this is why I say Floyd Green and the Jamaica Labour Party must be given the third term to continue the prosperity in this wonderful country of ours. Many times this country has been at a crossroads. My good friend JC, he and I were there in the hustings in 1980. Much younger then, could do much more. You can do it same way? Allah Motel. Allah Motel. A political talk that. But I see where the country is fast approaching another crossroads. And that is where the people of Jamaica and Southwest and St. Elizabeth have to decide which road this country must walk on. I could come here tonight, you know, and everybody knows that boy, when me ready to talk, me can talk. And I could have vibes up the thing and make man shout and blow a horn. But at times we need to step back and reflect. In the local government elections in February, we had to work exceptionally hard. And I want to thank the wonderful people of the Mountainside Division for having reposed their confidence in me once again. The people must take the position that the Jamaica Labour Party has performed, that Andrew Holness is the best Prime Minister for Jamaica at this critical time, that the Jamaica Labour Party is the best party to run Jamaica at this critical time, and must ensure that a victory is returned to the Labour Party when the next elections come. The council can't operate without the MPs. The MPs can't operate too well without the councillors. So it's only logical that was tonight is the battle that faces us as we move towards the general elections. My good friend Franklin, the many years that we have chat together, I know him safe. As I wake up in the morning and look on the phone, I see the action man from Santa Cruz. Me have to tell Delroy the truth, you know. But me really wonder if he stay home anytime. Because every day, you do action work. But what that says is that he's a man who is prepared to work for his people. And then, my good friend JC, them say if you pick him up and lick him down, him bounce right back. Then lick it down here, sir? Alright. This Jamaica Labour Party must be given the chance of a third term to continue the prosperity in this country. The government has rolled out what has undoubtedly been the greatest road program ever to have been done in Jamaica, the Spark program to come. The REACH program is also on the move to fix the roads in our communities. These are the issues that we, the people, must think on as we move over the next few months to decide who must continue to lead this wonderful country of ours. There are two roads before us. One road, the road of prosperity under Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. The other road, the road of uncertainty under People's National Party. Uncertainty as to whether they can manage the economy. Uncertainty as to whether they can build this country. Uncertainty as to whether they can create the opportunities for the youth of this country. It is the road of Andrew Holness that we must choose to lead us on to further prosperity in Jamaica, land we love. God bless you, my people. As I said, tonight belongs to the government. Until we meet again, God bless you. I love you all. Shower your bride.
You hear? The harder they come, it's the harder they fall. That was the veteran Derek Songster. But a man said to me a while ago, don't fret too slowly, because the people over there not wearing that color dress none at all. They don't like that color dress. So Labour right, I bring to address you the councillor caretaker from the Balaclava division, Mr. James Mitchell. Let's hear it for James.
Veteran JC Hutchison. When you see that man that turn up tonight, you must know. So that man there, know the business long time. When I look at Balaclava, I see Balaclava needed a good representative. And I decide to step up and represent Balaclava. And when I look at the person who is going to lead the constituency, and I said to myself, this is the kind of leadership we want for this constituency of Northeast St. Elizabeth. No other than Delroy Slowly. time you look around, the man up on Facebook, the man at work. Every time you look around and look on Facebook, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, the man will write something. The action man, the man who me respect to the bone, I will always support him. Trust me. I will never change from who I am as a laborite. The kind of work that I see that the Prime Minister is doing, how can we deny him a 3rd term? People, listen. Not care what anybody wants to say about labor rights. Stand up. Stand up for your color. Stand up for your party. Stand up for your Prime Minister. And stand up for your representative. I am James Mitchell of Balaclava, the council caretaker. God bless you and thank you.
The man short, but in no shorter speech. So labor right, I bring to address you the councillor from the New Market Division, the mayor of Black River. Let me hear it for Councilor Solomon.
Yeah, man. It's good to be in Southwest St. Elizabeth. Show our labor rights! Show our labor rights! Let me first acknowledge the hard-working Member of Parliament for St. Elizabeth. And I want to acknowledge MP Witter from Southeast St. Elizabeth. Let us hear it for MP Witter. And you hear about Action Man. MP Slowly for Northeast St. Elizabeth. Our resident host, Member of Parliament, Flight Green. Let us hear it for Flight Green. And if you know me well, I have to save the best for last. And I make no apology when I acknowledge Member of Parliament J.C. Hutchinson from Northwest St. Elizabeth, my leader, my deputy leader. Now, I have a very important message for you tonight. Listen, all our colleagues and councillors at JP background, but I am coming from a unique position. And I want you to hear me, people. I was growing up in a PMP home. So I got the chance to compare the policies of the Jamaica Labour Party and the PMP party. It is not by accident that I am here representing the best party for the country of Jamaica. A country that does not know its history.
is like the days when Edward Siaga had a plan for this country called Jamaica. Them say Jamaican people have short-term memory, so I'm bringing you back. When Siaga came with that plan, you know what happened? They used lies, they used propaganda, misinformation, and they said the worst thing about him as a leader. And you remember when he passed on, may his soul rest in peace. You heard all the wonderful things about the same person. You had to wonder if it's the same person that they talked about. There's a country called Singapore. Singapore president came to Jamaica. He took the vision, the plan of Eddie Siaga, and look at Singapore today. Look here. We too have a leader who is a visionary. A visionary in Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. And I see them trying the same thing again. Jamaicans, let us not be fooled. Let us look at what is in the best interest of this country. Our party is a party that deals with building infrastructure. The other side is a party that deals with destructors. People, this election is a serious election. This is the most important election in our lifetime. This is a turning point. We would have navigated the treacherous waters already. God blessed us with a leader with a vision. We are blessed to have Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. You remember COVID? COVID was the worst thing that happened to this country and the world in general. We had 2 wars that caused high inflation rate right across the world. But under the vision and the leadership of Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, we are the best economy in the hemisphere, in this Caribbean region, to the extent where the IMF came for our finance minister. Look here, it is serious for the IMF come to our finance minister. It speaks volume to the sort of work that we have been doing with the economy for this country. America just had their election the other day, and the #1 issue was the economy. In Jamaica, we would have already fixed the economy and built the economy under our watch. Let us not make the mistake like in the past. Let us not make misinformation, propaganda lead us down a path where the country is set back. We are fighting for the next generation of this country. That is what we are fighting for. And if we turn back all the hard work that we would have done, it is going to be an indictment on us. So labor rights, I am the first one that will say to you, I know that everything is not perfect. But guess what? We have the team. We have the best team. We have a government that cares about you. They have the best policies. And you are taking from a man who grew up in a PNP party. And I tell you today that I am proud to be a laborite. So you should be proud to be a laborite. So I am saying to all persons near and far, look at what is in the best interest of the country. You know, I stopped at a place the other day to get a little refreshment. And I saw 2 comrades reasoning. And I heard one of them saying, boy, you know that this 3rd term here, if we don't win it, we do. Them say if we don't win it, them doom. I'm here one of the man say, but look how the man them a build road. Look how the man them a upgrade the health centers. Look how them a fix up the police stations. You hear when me hear the other man say to him say, take a Jaguar road, go say that again. They didn't know who I am, you know. Because that is why I like to go around quietly, to hear the views. And I sat there and I said, shame on you. What is in the best interest of the country for your generation and the next generation is what we should be fighting for. Make no mistake. It has always been said that we Jamaicans have short-term memory. Look here. In the first time in the history of Jamaica, we are able to put away 40 billion Jamaican dollars. Your own money. When we don't have to borrow. That is something to be proud about. When I tell her that our leader have a vision, it's not a joke thing. You see, look at the many carpets that have been built. He focused on the main thoroughfares first because he wanted to boost the economy. Now he's listening to the cry of the people and he will be coming into the communities to address some of your roads. But let me be clear, Rome never built in one day. And I beg of you, be patient. We are coming. You see the one fixed next door to you. It soon be your time. We are not magicians. We did well with the economy and we are fixing roads left, right and center. Me soon come down, you know. But me want to tell you this. Many policies that we put forward and say couldn't happen. I can recall when our finance minister said we're going to come with a 1.5 plan. And they say it can't happen. Them demonstrate say it can't happen. And when they made it when our party made it a reality, what happened? Now I hear them talking about 2-point ad threshold. If they didn't believe in ours, why should we believe in theirs? We made it a reality. And I'm saying to the people of St. Elizabeth, our hard-working, decent people of St. Elizabeth, let us not take any chance with this election. I am confident that we have the team in St. Elizabeth to bring prosperity to the parish of St. Elizabeth. MP slowly, him get the wrong name there, you know. Pure man will move so fast. How the hell him near MP slowly? Action man that. Action man that. Now, when we turn to Southeast and you talk about Frank Witter, this time him look a little fitter. I hear a man coming saying name Scott. I hear the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth say, Sir Scott, don't pass, Scott, pass. When you talk about flight green, no. Remember, we have climate change. Climate change is real, my people. So let us go green with green. Sir Hutch, you know this is no disrespect. I love Mr. Hutchinson. But when I call him Sir Hutch, it's because he have the gentle touch. And he know how to secure victory for the Jamaica Labour Party. I am begging you, St. Elizabeth people who believe in yourself, who believe in Jamaica, who want the best for Jamaica, let us start the work now. Let us start to talk to our neighbors Let us start to talk to our friends. Let us start to talk to the persons who have a little doubt. Remind them of the bigger picture. Jamaica is in a better place under the leadership of Andrew Holness and the team. Look here, if I could do it, and I believe, and I know, and there's no turning back, it is time to pull forward. And as I say, gentle people of St. Elizabeth, gentle people of St. Elizabeth, let us pull our stuff and ensure that St. Elizabeth go green for the Jamaica Labour Party. God bless you. One love, one heart, one Jamaica.
She's so nice. Love how she no fussy. She's just living her life.
Let's hear it for the mayor. The man sound good, and the man is doing good work as the mayor of Black River. But I'm saying to you tonight, I want the party leader to know when him come, the people of East, West, North and South, so they're building a fence around Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party for the third term. So tell the other side, don't touch St. Elizabeth, because the people of St. Elizabeth make up their mind, they want to stay under the banner of the Jamaica Labour Party. So Labour right, we're moving on, and we're moving to the next segment. I'm going to call to address you, the person who is going to take you into the next segment, the Councilor for the Santa Cruz Division, Christopher Tuffy Williams. Let's hear it for Christopher Williams.
Selector, I want everybody in here who love Andrew Holness to stand up. Everybody in here who love Fred Green to stand up. Everybody in here who love J.C. Hutchinson to stand up. Everybody in here who love Franklin Whitlock to stand up. Everybody in here who love Delaware Jolie to stand up. Selector, play back the song. And I want to also greet my colleagues on the platform. And when I came here tonight,
I felt so good. Despite the weather condition, labor rights turned out at Newell High School in their numbers for Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party. So I'm going to ask my colleagues on the platform to stand and applaud you labor rights for coming out here despite the weather. And we want you to know we appreciate you being here and we love you very much. So labor rights, let me just use the opportunity to greet you briefly from the Santa Cruz division. And it's a division for many, many years that have always been in the corner of the Jamaica Labour Party. Despite all the PNP did and said the last local government election, we came out strong and we are still strong as the division and Labour Party in Northeast St. Elizabeth. My mayor said to you, tonight it is serious business. And the former mayor also said that. But I noticed for about 2 years now, the other side, they have been going around the length and breadth of Jamaica and telling people about time this and time that. Time this and time that. If you ask Mark Golding and any member of the PNP, what different would you do for Jamaica? Them say time this, time this, time this. When I was growing up, we used to see the small children, them have on some toy watches. And we used to call them dummy watches. The PNP, they're all wearing dummy watches on their hands. And that is why they are telling you false information about time come. Time will never come for the PNP to wreck Jamaica again. The time will never come for Jamaica to return to the high crime rate of the 80s and the 90s with the PNP. The time will never come again for the high prices, for the high inflation. The time will never come for destruction under the People's National Party. So we are going to tell them loud and clear. The Jamaica Labour Party and the people of Jamaica, we are going to give Andrew Holness the opportunity for the third term. For the third term. And labor rights, I am coming from a constituency where we have a member of parliament. Everywhere you look, you see this man working for the people of the constituency. Everybody in the constituency said they've never seen that for many years. We want to give the respect to the action man, Delroy. Hear slowly. So labor rights, I want to use this opportunity to invite, to bring you greetings. The hard-working member of parliament for Northeast St. Elizabeth. The man who the people refer to as the action man. The man who have the PNP We're going to ask. Okay. So MP slowly, you can come. MP slowly, ladies and gentlemen. Them not build great man, them only kill great man. Babylon this thing and no underrated man. Some about Satan never work for corruption. Can't let them over. Shower labor rights. Shower labor rights. Music man. You know I want daddy music to introduce me to them. I want something else higher. Music man, give me something better than that. Can I bring the action man? Come here, so we don't make a daddy business there. Music man. I'm feeling good. Are you feeling good? Beg your pardon, my brother, step aside with the mic. Like the action man can't stay one place. Because the energy that is body here can't keep me one place. The energy in this body here can't keep me calm. I have to keep on moving and moving. That is why them call him the action man. Shower never rise. To God be the glory. Great things he has done. I'm feeling good. To be honest with you, for the past few days, I've been bounced around with the flu. I wasn't sure I could have been here with you. But because of my love for you, because of my appreciation for you, you took time to be here. And I had to make the sacrifice to be here for you. I want to take this time to big up all the members of the platform, hard-hitting members of parliament. I see my good friend, Baba Green, just come on the scene. Big up to Baba Green. Big up to Fly Green. Minister Hoche, pick up to yourself. They say they pick him up, they lick him down, and bounce right back. What a hard man for dead. To the big man, Frank Witter, blessed love. They're my teachers, you know. They have taught me well, and I've learned well. To all the counselors and counsel takers, blessed love. Shower labor right. I am feeling good. I am feeling proud to be a part of a family of the people that said prosperity. I am feeling good to be a part of the Jamaica Labour Party government. A government that has taken out the people out of serious times. When I look at the other party, they remind me of some man, you know, Brother Frank. Them have a woman and they not treat their woman good. Why St. Elizabeth woman them look good enough. Shower woman them look good enough. JLP woman look good enough. Them other people there, they remind me of some man who don't know how to take care of their woman. Them beat them up, them box them down and all kind of thing. And after a while, the woman look one way and mash up. And the next man see potential in the woman and pick up the woman and look after her flight. Fix her up nice.
Send her go a hairdresser and she look good. Send her go a dentist and teeth look good. Send her and go wherever and tampon look good. And the man, all of a sudden, he see the woman look good and want back the woman. That's what PNP remind me of. They see the country looking good and all of a sudden, they want back the Jamaica economy. But we're going to tell them like Barry's Hammond, step aside now. A man. Where's Barry's Hammond say? Step aside. Another party is taking over the Jamaican people. A long time you have the Jamaican people and you treat them bad. When I look at International Monetary Fund, when I look at the fact that it's the first any Caribbean nation, we have done a lot of exporting, Minister Green. We export yam, we export potato and pepper and everything. But at the first time you ever see a country, I export a finance minister, Dr. Nigel Holness. First time you ever seen at the Caribbean. A Caribbean nation exporting finance minister. And I tell them, say nobody had a hype on Dr. Andrew Holness because we not let him go. We not export him. When I listen and I watch the IMF and then talk about the Jamaican economy and they're using the Jamaican economy to highlight and to show as a great example, I felt good in myself. If I hear you say you're glad back boss, my proud back boss as a Jamaican, and more so as a Jamaica Labour Party supporter, as a Jamaica Labour Party member parliament, as a Jamaica Labour Party part of government. Jamaica is better under Labour. Jamaica is better under Labour all over, from east to west to north and south. St. Thomas, Portland, St. Mary, right all about. Jamaica is better under Labour. Labour right. I really don't feel well enough, but the energy always a flow. The other party over, so I mean, I love call them name. Them claims say the action man only a work in a Santa Cruz division. But one thing me can say, they can't call me lazy man because me as a hard working action man. When I used to be in Brace River, it's the same time they complain they're working over this. But I want to say that the truth about it is that they recognize that your member of parliament for North East St. Elizabeth is a serious working member of parliament. And the people know that the action man is all about action, no gesturing, no gesturing. It's all about the action. The Jamaican people are aware that motor can't do nothing. Ask any good woman, action. Ask any Jamaica Labour Party good woman, action. And so when I talk about action, ask the Jamaica Labour Party man them. Ask about action. Ask about the Jamaica Labour Party woman them. Action. Talk about the Jamaica Labour Party ministers. Action. Talk about the Jamaica Labour Party Prime Minister. Action. It's all about the action. You know, the other people, or some people, there's a little thing taking place. They have searched the pages of the action man, and they have not been able to find anything to smear him on. And in recent time, what I have understand, what I was made to understand, I am not going to accuse anybody. I am not going to say who is doing it. But I want to warn my Jamaica Labour Party family members, do not fall to this scamming activity. What they're going around and doing is put the action man picture and a particular number, and they're calling different persons, claiming that it is Delroy slowly calling and talking to them. And they're saying to them that Delroy slowly have equipments and backwards and whatever selling at whatever deals, and they can get whatever deals from him. But I'm saying to you, it is a bag of lies. It is a scamming activity, and somebody is trying to smear the action man. But I'm saying, this man don't play in any hanky-panky business. I am a straightforward and clean-hearted member of parliament. And because a lot of persons who have gotten those calls and they know me, know what I am about, they have called me, and so I have asked the police to deal with it. So I just want to begin by saying to you publicly, if you get any calls claiming that it's Delroy slowly having whatever deals and machines, whatever, it is not him. It is a lie out of the pit of hell. Somebody want to steal your money. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't be long. As I said, I feel it too well, but I'm happy to be here with you. As a businessman, I've been doing business from 2000, and I remember in the time of the other party, every time the budget was about to read, I used to fret Brother Sitani, because every time the finance minister come and then pressure the businessman them with new tax and new tax and new tax, they would chop off my head with new tax. And I have seen from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years of no new taxes under the Jamaica Labour Party. And I would ask the question, what more would the people be asking for? I have seen the most road network being established in Jamaica from Nigel Point to Moran Point. What more would the people be asking for? I have seen the highest rate of unemployment. As a businessman in the construction industry, I can't find workers sometimes to work because everybody occupied. Who know their work, their heart, who know their heart, their university. All over the country, the prosperity train is rolling. What more can we ask for? We have seen our Prime Minister. We have seen his visionary Prime Minister. No other Prime Minister in the Caribbean is able to do what our Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Holness, have done in Jamaica. And we are proud of our Prime Minister. Labour rights. As I tone down, there's a time ahead of us. I remember in 2018 when the Prime Minister introduced me in Burn Savannah. A lot of persons said it couldn't happen. They said North East St. Elizabeth, Councilor Williams could never go green. But look at us now. We have a member of parliament for North East St. Elizabeth, a Jamaica Labour Party member of parliament. And we are going to hold it and keep it for the next time around. North East is going to be Labour. Northwest is going to be Labour. Southwest and Southeast is going to be Labour. God bless you all. Thank you very much. Shower Labour rights. Shower.
Chatting more than
very much the action man. And when the action man speaks, you think you're in a church because he's preaching the good words, labor rights. So, labor rights. I see we have here. Let us just welcome with us tonight Minister Pernell Charles Jr., who's the MP for South East Clarendon and the Minister of Labour and Social Security. Let us also welcome MP Andrew Wheatley, MP for South Central St. Catherine. We also have with us the MP for Eastern Westmoreland, Daniel Lawrence. And Labour right are moving quickly. So I'm going to invite to bring you greetings the Member of Parliament for Eastern Westmoreland, Daniel Lawrence. Welcome him, Labour rights. Greetings tonight from the lush green constituency of Westmoreland Eastern. Shower. I am here tonight to support my Jamaica Labour Party family in St. Elizabeth. All four, but I just want to invite the members who are supposed to be on the platform to come now. I want to invite the Minister Charles and MP Wheatley and all the other members who are supposed to be on the platform. Shower Labour rights. Yeah man, I can see the energy in the crowd. I personally love it. And I know the MPs from St. Elizabeth love it. Regardless of the rain, you are still here. That to show the love and support and energy you have for your party. Mr. Green, well, I can't even say you're a member of parliament because I know it's mixed. But he is really an outstanding neighbor to me in Eastern Westmoreland. And I'm telling you, Labour rights, with a good neighbor like him, I am telling you, I have no reason or any other thing to tell you more than when the bell ring for the third term, my second term, I know I will be there because I know that I have a good, strong neighbor beside me. And to tell you, 4 MPs, but I guess most of the persons here, most of you Labour rights,
is really from Southwest St. Elizabeth. So I want to tell you that you have a real good MP. At least you know that. Otherwise, you would re-elect him and plan to re-elect him again. So, labor rights, my greetings always short because we know there's a lot of speakers. But I just want to tell you that I feel good to represent the Labour Party and to be a part of a government that is moving the country forward. The best I have ever lived and experienced government in Jamaica. This one, I am telling you, is really the best. We have a Prime Minister who have not only labor right at heart, but every citizens of Jamaica. And we must always stand up and make sure we support the cause, because there are negativity. People out there try to sway you. But believe me, this man is so straightforward that you would even know, and people not tell you. The most they try to tell you about a 28 bank account, but then they not tell you the truth. So the man is so honest that he have overseas asset like other people. And him just care about everything come in Jamaica to give people a chance to scrutinize him 100%. And I wouldn't even tell you, because you know they scrutinize him and them only a wiggle over the whole place because them want to implicate him for something, but them don't know how to do it. They carry foreigner, they do everything. But at the end of the day, them just try to confuse Jamaica people mind. But Jamaica people, I am telling you, we have no better person to run Jamaica at this time more than our genuine good Prime Minister. And labor rights, stand up, don't make them fool you. Love you, show labor rights.
Labor rights. We are blessed as a party to be able to provide Jamaica with the best Prime Minister we have ever seen in this country. The best ministers of government and the hardest working members of Parliament we are so proud of. And I must say, burial came and it was devastating for Jamaica, but especially the southern part of our country. And people over this side, we felt it real bad. But I am very proud to say tonight that I am very happy of how my party, my ministers, my Prime Minister, how they handled the situation, how they look out for the people of our parish. It was difficult, but we were there. Can you imagine if it was the PNP who was in power? Labor rights. The next speaker is someone who I look up to. I refer to him as my political mentor. He's someone I can call anytime for guidance. And many persons across the length and breadth of Jamaica can say the same. Labor rights, they mentioned earlier that them pick him up, them lick him down. But what a hard man for. Labor rights, I invite the MP for Northwest St. Elizabeth, the Minister of Transport, and
mining. The deputy leader of Area Council 4. Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, the Honorable J.C. Hutchinson.
I'll show you face, Mr. Cat, because them can't stop you still, I say, I know. Yeah! Lord of mercy. Come, Mr. Special dedication to all farmer, whether you live a sentence or in a Nova. Cause this is Mr. Cat, the beer back rider. The style when you go get them, I go run Jamaica. And in a London, I miss it in America. And in a Canada, I miss it in a China. It named the video style, it quick and make it wild. In China, it
Labor rights! We're ready! We're ready! Tonight I feel good. I know you have the big speakers here tonight, so I'm going to be very brief, but I'm going to be serious. I bring greetings from the wonderful constituency of Northwest St. Elizabeth. That constituency which took the reins from the PNP in 1997. And from 1997, the Labour Party in Northwest St. Elizabeth has not looked back. They have tried all and everything to get us out in Northwest St. Elizabeth. And I want to say, the people of Northwest St. Elizabeth have said, no way, Labour Party is the one to carry us forward. As a matter of fact, in 1997, Northwest was the only constituency in Area Council 4 that was there for the Labour Party. All the other constituencies in Area Council 4 had gone to the PNP. So you can imagine the pressure that came to those in Northwest St. Elizabeth. But I want to say, many of you would have been seeing a demonstration that went on in Northwest St. Elizabeth. I don't want to go further into it, but I want you to understand, for every election that we have had, you have had the people coming out and demonstrating against me. And every election, I have won by a bigger majority. I told the Area Council a couple of weeks ago that the demonstration was coming because I call it the pre-election demonstration, because we know it's coming. And I won't get into the sort of people who were there, but some of them, you help them once, you help them twice, and the time you don't help them, then turn around and cuss you. One of them has sent on farm work, and after 3 weeks, the man come back home, said the work too tough, he can't manage it. And then he now want the MP to support him. Another one you see in the picture, him admit that him got 50 chicken and 5 bag of feed from me, but I never give him the black drum. So you understand the people that I deal with in my constituency. So no matter what happened, they have become good. The rest of them who were there get $5,000 and a box lunch. I want to say to all of you, Northwest St. Elizabeth has benefited greatly under this Prime Minister. There is no other Prime Minister who has brought about the development of this country more than Dr. Andrew Holness.
And when I say that, I am saying so because in 2015, under the PNP rule, there was a man under the PNP who said, no roads rehab for Northwest St. Elizabeth. That is the Minister of Works, Omar Davis, who said, no road for Northwest St. Elizabeth. Northwest St. Elizabeth had the worst roads in the island. When you look around during that time, the other 3 constituencies were controlled by PNP. And Northwest, they sabotaged me. But what happened? Under the Labour Party and under this Prime Minister, we have got roads right through the length and breadth of the constituency. And I can say to you now, anybody who wants to come into Northwest, every single main road has been rehabilitated under this government. It is only 2 small roads that we have, 2 small sections of road that we have left to fix. But I tell you, we're not only fixing roads, we have schools, we have community centers we're building, and so forth. Everybody asks me, what is it that I take to make sure that I keep out the PNP? Let me tell you why. There are 5 ingredients that I use. And I want you to understand carefully, ladies and gentlemen. 5 ingredients to win an election. 1, you have to communicate. You have to be communicating with every one of your Labourites and letting them know what is happening. The second thing, organization. No constituency can be won if you don't have good organization. And I say to you, all of us, let us get organized. The next one, unity. If we are not united together as a team, we are not going to be successful. So let us be a united team. The other one, enumerate. Anybody who you know who is a Labourite and is not enumerated, make sure you carry him or her to the electoral office. It is key. And the last one, which is the most important one, you must be able to, I say, do a hand-to-hand combat. And if you don't understand the hand-to-hand combat, all those who you know are voters, from now, you go out there and talk to them. Reason with them. Because when election come and you go to the gate, they're going to slam the gate and run the dog on you and say, I know you come in where you was before. So I'm saying to everyone, make sure that when the time comes, you can go to the person and you must start from now. If you don't start from now, you're going to be in trouble. Now, the last thing I want to bring to you now. There's a lady, such lady, said they want to run against I and I. This lady is one who they say had a school or have a school. And it is one where rat-bat infest the school, duckans infest the school, chichi infest the school, cobweb tie up the children in the school. she is not able to maintain a school. How she going to maintain a constituency? But I find out now that the woman is also a liar. And I tell you point blank, she lied against me. And it's the first time an opponent has come and lied against me. And when she now lie against me, now I reel up now and I go and show her how campaign run. They are bigger than she coming up. They are the cricketer who had money and fame come and try against me and I lick him over the boundary. This one, when I done campaign, I'm going to lose the ball and squash it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am at this point in time looking in a direction. And I have a concern tonight. And my concern is that there are some seats that I am concerned about. That if we don't win in this western section of the island, we are not going to form government. They say wherever the West goes, the country goes. We therefore have to win the majority of seats in Area Council 4. I am therefore going to be looking out that I might put aside all little ambitions I might have. And I am going out to help the candidates who are in need of help. Because I know I am going to be putting in place a solid foundation in Northwest St. Elizabeth. And when I'm done with that solid foundation, I am then going to ask the good Lord to say to me, which direction must I go? And I am tending to go to the direction where I say, whoever wants me, come, I will be helping other candidates to bring unity and strength. God bless you all.
Labor rights. Labor rights, let us stand and welcome our Prime Minister.
Minister, for one more time. Let's hear it for Andrew Michael Holness. Thank you.
Labor rights. Never in the history of Jamaica we have seen any government about to take on such a massive road rehabilitation program. And I speak about the Spark. And our government, led by Dr. Andrew Holness, is doing that. $40 billion on roads in our country. And guess what, labor rights? We are not borrowing one red cent. And we can do that because of the good management of the economy. So labor right, we have a lot to be proud of. I invite to bring greetings the Member of Parliament for South Central St. Catherine, Dr. Andrew Weasley.
Hear our sounds.
Before we go into the message, you know, I have to touch the place. And I can tell us something. Prime Minister leader, I love the vibes in St. Elizabeth. Despite the rain, despite the fact that it is a Saturday evening, a Saturday night, the people of St. Elizabeth appreciate the work of the Jamaica Labour Party government. Selector, you find a valiant. Make we mash up the place. Labour rights. How you feel? Labour rights. How you feel? You want no limits. You know, I gave the selector the permission to select the tunes. I don't know what he know about me. But if you want to chew me up, chew me up. My labor rights of St. Elizabeth. Labor rights of St. Elizabeth. Hold on, I'm going to be able to say in 2 minutes. You know what Prime Minister look like, but we want to show the Prime Minister. Now, God, we're not work to it. Hear what I'm saying to the boss. But, labor rights, let me tell you something. You know, I am connected to St. Elizabeth. Our leader and Prime Minister is connected to St. Elizabeth. In fact, both our fathers are from St. Elizabeth. Right? I want to give you next half. Both our fathers are from the constituency of Northeast St. Elizabeth. My father is from Grace River, and our leader's primary father is from Goshen. Both our mothers are from St. Catherine. Both our mothers sat on the same bench at Barrack School, which is now Spanish Town Primary. And I'm not going to talk about the politics of our fathers and the politics of our mothers. But all I can say is that both our fathers found good labor rights. And I've never disclosed that. The Prime Minister never disclosed that before. But it is important that we put things into perspective. For the first time, labor rights in a long time, that we have 4 members of parliament representing the Jamaica Labour Party in the parish of St. Elizabeth. And I want to make mention of the 4 members of parliament that we have. From Southeast St. Elizabeth, we have Franklin Witter. Stand up, Frank. From our father's constituency, we have MP Slowly. Northeast. Of course, you know our MP, Floyd Green. We're moving forward with Green in Southwest St. Elizabeth. And the veteran that every time them say go and lose, him win that bigger margin, JC Hutchison in Northwest St. Elizabeth. Now, labor rights, when you look at the quality of representation, the quality of our members of parliament, and what they are looking to put up to challenge our members of parliament in St. Elizabeth, I can tell you something. I have no doubt that our 4 members of parliament will be returned when our leader calls the next general election. Labor rights, it is not about talking, it is about performance. When you look at what we have been able to achieve over the last 8 years, and more so over the last 4 years, since we have gotten all the 4 constituencies in St. Elizabeth, I can tell you something, and I'm talking without water in my mouth, that it is the best level of representation that we have seen. Labor rights, in July we experienced burial. It was a very difficult period in our time here in this term. And we cannot dispute that. But I can tell you something, the 4 members of parliament and this government, despite the many challenges and difficulties, stayed with the people, work with the people, and ensure that we are back on track. It was not an easy task. St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket of Jamaica. But I can tell you something, labor rights, that despite the challenges, what was evident was that the 4 members of parliament and councillors, don't leave them out, our councillors work together with the help of this government to ensure that we brought back things to normalcy as quickly as possible. But most important to labor rights, irrespective of the fact that your government worked, it was the resiliency of the people of St. Elizabeth that brought us back to where we are right now. As for Labourites, I want us to big up the people of St. Elizabeth. You know something, Labourites? No government can work without the help of the people. And on behalf of this government, I want to say thank you to the people of St. Elizabeth for ensuring that our agricultural sector remain strong. To ensure that despite the hurricane, we were able to sustain ourselves as a country and as a people. That, Prime Minister, is a credit to the resiliency of the people of St. Elizabeth. Oftentimes we talk about St. Elizabeth bring the bread basket, but you showed us what it is to really hold up Jamaica, not just only the people of St. Elizabeth. Now, Labourites, we have gone through 2 terms. We are completing 2 terms. We have done well. We have done well, Labourites. But we are at a critical juncture in the history of Jamaica. A point, Labourites, that we cannot take lightly. We cannot allow those guys over there who want to fight only for power to turn back the hands of time to bring us back into depression. You have some people, Labourites, all they are concerned about is about getting power. Our politics is not about JLP or PNP. It's about Jamaica. And that is why, Labourites, we have a leader that has elevated politics to choosing Jamaica above self. You have a party and members of parliament and councillors that have now elevated our politics to Jamaica. We cannot allow us as a country to go backwards. Your member of parliament from Southwest St. Elizabeth always have a saying, forward ever, backward never. And that, Labourite, is something, we really have to think about. It is good for us to have these type of meetings and conversations. But we now have to take a stock of where we are. Are we willing to sacrifice all the gains that we have made just to allow some guys to get power? If you look at them, Labourites, under the PNP government, who benefited on a FINSA? We are no idiots, and we will not allow ourselves to be used again. Labourites, when we come to these meetings, it's about socializing and having a good time. But I want to leave a message with you. We have the leader here, our Prime Minister, and other speakers. But in 60 seconds, I want us to just take a stock of where we are as a people. Oftentimes, we think about politics as one party against another, seeking power. But we are at a point where we have made the sacrifices over the years. We have a stable economy. We have record low unemployment. We have economic growth. We have infrastructure development. We have social programs running through the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. We have agriculture and proper infrastructure. But labor rights, hear what happened? Are we willing? As a matter of fact, I'm not only speaking to labor rights, I'm speaking to Jamaica. Are we willing to turn back the hands of time? Are we willing, Jamaica, to put party over people? Are we willing, labor rights, to put a man ambition over Jamaica? That is the question that we must ask ourselves, and the question that must be answered. And so, labor rights, Jamaica, as we move forward, we have started the work. We have gone through 2 terms, but it is time for all now. You know, as a matter of fact, PM, we are in an agricultural belt. And normally, a plant or a food go through 3 phases. The planting phase, the growing phase, and now the reaping phase. The first term of our Jamaican Labour Party government was the planting phase. The second term is now the growing phase. We must now ensure that we win the 3rd term to reap the benefit of moving our people from poverty to prosperity. Shower labor.
Thank you very much, MP Wheatley. And labor rights. The PNP is a set of liar, bad mind people. And they try to tear down our leaders all the time. And we have seen where they have done it to the Honorable Edward Siaga. They have done it to the Honorable Bruce Golding. And now, labor rights, they are trying to do it to the Honorable Andrew Holness, our Prime Minister. But I'm here to tell them tonight, we are standing up and we are building a wall of black, green, and gold around our leader, and we're not going to allow them to tarnish his reputation. And we need to send that message loud and clear once and for all. So, labor rights, I am going to invite to come and speak to you the Member of Parliament for South East St. Elizabeth, the Minister of State in the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, a man who I always said to him, Frank, I respect how you always going around and supporting us. Anything we have in our division, Frank is always there, and we really appreciate you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, labor rights, let us welcome Franklin Whittle.
Some nice dancing, but we can't dance. So we have to try something else. The most honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Willis.
I heard somebody say the best prime minister. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. The best prime minister that Jamaica has ever seen. My colleague, members of parliament, and minister, my colleague, councillors, council caretakers on the platform. And I say colleague because I was a councillor and I was also a mayor. So you're all my colleagues in that respect. And also as a member of the Jamaica Labour Party, we are all friends and colleagues. Labour rights all! Shower! Shower labour rights! I am not going to be long tonight because I know that the moment is for the Honorable Floyd Green and the most Honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holmes. But I want to bring you greetings from Southeast St. Elizabeth. And just to say to you, and I want to tell my Prime Minister that Southeast St. Elizabeth will be returned for the Jamaica Labour Party whenever he calls the next election. Since 2020, the PNP is running up and down in Southeast St. Elizabeth. Them changed 6 candidates since 2020. 6 candidates them changed. Them say this one can't win, so we're going to try this one. Then them say you can't win, we're going to try the next one. Then them say you can't win, we're going to try the other one. Till them know we are Spanish stones to go find one man. But I want to tell them something. We know that the people of St. Elizabeth, we are accustomed to having somebody representing you from your parish, somebody who was born here, born here, and live here. That is what we are accustomed to. And we are not going to allow any strangers to come in our area. And therefore I say to you tonight that Southeast is in the hands of the Jamaica Labour Party. And I want to say that tonight I am here to give support to my colleague, Member of Parliament and Minister Floyd Green. And I'm doing so because I know that he is the best thing for Southwest St. Elizabeth. And history has taught us since independence, we have never won Southeast without winning Southwest. And we have never won Southwest without winning Southeast. So therefore, we are going to ensure that history repeats itself whenever the Prime Minister calls the next election. Southeast and Southwest will remain in the column of the Jamaica Labour Party. We have been doing the work in Southeast St. Elizabeth. We would have made sure that the people of Southeast St. Elizabeth get the type of representation that they deserve. We ensure that we give them water, which was the greatest cry in that area. This government has allocated the resources that we were able to bring pipe water into Junction, so that Junction now becomes one of the fastest growing towns, not only in Jamaica, but in the English-speaking
now doing one of the largest irrigation projects that has ever been done in Jamaica. Right now in my constituency, over $6 billion is now being spent in Southeast St. Elizabeth to give water to the farmers in that constituency. And as we talk about road, we have Barbara Green here, but we are telling something they're right behind him because we are linked to Barbara Green pandemic over the top. So I want to say to you tonight, Labour rights, we are not going to allow the PMP to hold back the reins of government in Jamaica. Because, as my minister said, we're not turning back. We cannot go back to the ills of the PMP. We want to make sure that we continue with Andrew Holness as the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the Jamaican Labour Party as government. And therefore tonight I want to say to you, let us continue to do the work, because as was said earlier, it's not just about the vibes and the thrill that you get from coming to these meetings, but it's when you leave these meetings what you bring back into the community as a message of the Jamaican Labour Party, so that you can encourage those who already know that the Jamaican Labour Party remains the viable option to lead this country and to take Jamaica forward into progress and prosperity. I've never seen this happen before. I have family who live in the United States, and every April, March, April, we see them come and them say they want to go back. Because they might go back to America to fix up them taxes so they can get back some money. This government is the only government that has introduced a tax refund to the people of Jamaica who are paying income tax. That's never happened before. And therefore, these are some of the things that we must look and realize that this government has the people's interest at heart. The working class, the poor. I see where persons over the age of 70 can now receive their pension, social security pension. That has never happened before. That has never happened before. This is the work of a government that has the people's interest at heart. I have my eyes on the third term. My eyes are set on the third term. The PMP has gotten 4 terms. This is our chance, and we have to be decisive. And I'm going to make sure, and I know that you, the people of Southeast and Southwest St. Elizabeth and the entire parish, want to see this unprecedented third term for the Jamaica Labour Party. So when we leave here tonight, we're going to leave here with a message. And I know that the Prime Minister is coming with the real message. So we're going to listen to him, and we're going to take the message out here to the people, so that this government will remain, come the next election, the government of Jamaica, led by Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Labour Right Hour Minister from Whittle. And let us remember to take the message out here. When we are talking to our communities, the Jamaica Labour Party government is a government that works for all in Jamaica. We have seen where public sector workers have gotten their largest increase ever. We have seen where our government
is phasing out contract workers and making workers permanent in this country. And labor rights, I am here tonight to commend my leader about 2 programs they have for our young people. One is the CARE program and another is the LIFT program. The CARE program is where our young people get the opportunity to go to heart to learn a skill for 1 year. And they are paid $67,000 monthly, which other government you ever see do anything like that? The LIFT program is another program for young people where they are paid $85,000 monthly. And they are placed in a government organization to work for a year. And guess what, labor rights? When the program complete, them get passport, them get driver's license. So labor rights, let me invite now to speak to you the MP for Southeast Clarendon, the Minister of Labour and Social Security, the Honorable Colonel Charles Jr.
Colonel Charles Jr., Southeast Clarendon. How I told, how I home. Cause if them cut, we don't want people straight down. Oh, the momentum. Burn down the boat house and give the best song, yeah. Check out me up in the best song. Everyone that got to wind up in the best song. But best come from the ones we never yet grown. The man for carrying the earth, so it's best done. Hey, great is a running at the block. Great is a running at the block. Great is a running at the block.
Listen, Mr. Music Man. Labor rights. When we have our Prime Minister on the stage, you have to give respect in terms of time. So I won't be long, but I want to just acknowledge our Prime Minister before anything else. Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Willis. I want to acknowledge ministers, Mr. Green, our host minister, other members of Parliament, Minister Witter, Minister Hutchinson, Sir Slowly, our Deputy General Secretary, all of the councillors, caretakers. Most importantly, I want to acknowledge our Mayor and you, the labor rights, who have come out despite all of the weather conditions and have shown an energy in St. Elizabeth that is giving me a good feeling about the next term under Andrew Willis. I want to talk about 2 things, and then we hand over to Minister Green and then to our Prime Minister. On my way walking up, about 10 people stopped me and said, Minister, I want to talk to you. One person stopped me and said, well, Minister, I'm interested in the farm work. What I must do? Another person stopped me and said, Minister, I have some issues with PAF. And I want to get my children on. What I must do? Another gentleman stopped me and said, Minister, I am 78 years old and I don't have no help. What can I do? And the last lady stopped me and said, Minister, I live in Floyd Green Seat, the whole of the roof gone, and I allow me to get my burial check. So let me just go through them one by one. You have a government that has put in place the strongest advocacy for the farm work program that we have ever had before. I have just finished negotiations on behalf of the CARICOM group with Canada, on behalf of Jamaica, to make sure that our farm work program is strong and continues to grow. So if you have an interest
in benefiting from the program so you can benefit your family in Jamaica. Listen out. If it is that you have and you need support through PATH, this is the first time ever that the government has taken a look and examined PATH the way we are examining it to make sure that the right people get on PATH and the people who shouldn't be on it come off. By next year, we will be able to present to you a stronger, better PATH program, and that is under the instruction of the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Michael Holmes. If you're 78 years old, anyone 75 and over, and you don't have any help, you can be proud as a Labourite to know that it's this government under Andrew Holmes that put in place the social pension program to provide you with support. Never before. And let me go to the last thing, which I know everybody wants to hear about. Beryl. What a woman. When I touched down in St. Elizabeth and see disaster, I had to shake my head. But I want to tell you that you have 4 excellent members of parliament. For those of you who don't know, some of you may think that they can do what they can do. But I want to tell you, all 4 of them have been excellent advocates, pushing us at the ministry to do more for you, pushing us to get the checks to you, pushing us to get the assessments done. And we have done almost 20,000 assessments across Jamaica. The Ministry of Labour has printed more than 13,000 checks. And what we have found out is that we have so many Jamaicans who we cannot identify. That is why when you see our Prime Minister recently holding up his needs card, we need to stop playing around as a country and get everybody on board with the national identification system so that when we have a disaster, we can reach you without any problem. Right now we have almost 5,000 persons who we cannot identify. And I can tell you, with the support of your members of parliament and your councillors, we have been able to print some checks. And those of you who have gotten assessment and have not got your checks, within the next 2 to 4 weeks, most of you should be getting your checks. The other set, we will publish the names and ask you to get in touch with us. But this is a Jamaica that requires us to not just talk, but to move with the vision of Andrew Holmes and to support that vision. I want to tell you that Jamaica has been dropped in a pit hole by the PNP. That pit hole is so deep that all the work we have done for 8 years, we have had to be dragging Jamaica out of the economic instability, out of the lack of vision, out of what the PNP has done under FinSAC and all that they've done to this country. I want to close by just telling you this. You have a Prime Minister, you have a cabinet, you have members of parliament and councillors and a government that cares about you. A government that has done more to build up Jamaica than we have seen. A government that has carried us through the hardest times and brought us through pandemic into better conditions. What you must do is make sure that you protect that government. St. Elizabeth, growth is not a straight line. Growth has challenges. And those challenges, sometimes you can never foresee them. I am sure that our Prime Minister did not know that when the Almighty placed the responsibility of leading this country on his shoulders in 2016, that he will be called on to take us through the hardest economic times of a pandemic. I know that he will never be able to foresee MP Slowly a hurricane, tropical storm, and floods, all in one term. But I believe that God doesn't place on our shoulders more than He knows we can bear. And it is our responsibility as labor rights to make sure that we go out to every community and remind them of what the PNP has done and the pithole that they had us in. And let them understand that even though some of them are frustrated, stick with the JLP. Even though some persons want more, stick with the JLP. If it is that you want to send your children to school and see them do better, stick with the JLP. And St. Elizabeth, I tell you this, as we close, make sure that when the next election is called by Andrew Michael Holness, you know what? Stick with the JLP. One love, St. Elizabeth.
Music man and labor rights, I invite now to address you the Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth, the Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, the man who is doing roads left, right and center, so to start calling Barbara Green. Your Member of Parliament, the Honourable Floyd Green.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say what's wrong. Rise to the occasion.
Show a labor rights! Show a labor rights! Northeast labor rights! Southeast labor rights! Northwest labor rights! Southwest St. Elizabeth! Hold on the DJs, hold on there. So how everybody get dancing song? As a young boy, I don't get one dancing song. Me don't understand that. Play a tune, man. Play a tune. Zip it up. Zip it up. Get out of the real. Show out the other right. Let's go. Our Prime Minister is here. And when our Prime Minister comes to St. Elizabeth, we have to give him all the time he needs to talk to his people. Because in St. Elizabeth, we support Dr. Andrew Michael Holness in the good times, in the bad times, in every time. That is our Prime Minister. So, firstly, I just want to thank everybody for coming out. You know, I stopped by somewhere today. I went to a thing earlier. And when I came out, I heard a lady who clearly she don't support our side. And I hear her saying to our next person, why? Them meeting are going to rain out. But they do not know. In rain, in sun, in snow, we support the Jamaica Labour Party. What I realize on their campaign, I realize that
Them can't talk say, me not do the work. Them can't talk say, me not live good with people. Them can't talk say, me not there. So whenever I walk and talk now, I say, me I'll go on next seat. Make me tell them, I am here to stay in Southwest St. Elizabeth, and we are going for our third term. And I am here to stay because I continue to be humbled and honored to represent the best people in the world. It has been my dream to serve your interests. And we have worked together. We have laughed together. We have cried together. Whether it be graduation, convention, funeral, or dance, we are there together as people from Southwest St. Elizabeth. And to be honest, this has been one of our most difficult years. Hurricane Beryl came and caused significant devastation to our constituency. But you know, I must tell you the truth. I have always loved my Prime Minister. But even if me never loved him before, the support where the man give for Hurricane Beryl the day after the storm, and to hold it was down here, walking with people, shaking hands, looking at their damage, and telling them that we will fix it. That is leadership. I want to tell you, after Beryl, every single road was blocked in Southwest St. Elizabeth. Every single road, main road, side road. And in less than a week, we cleared most of our roads so that people could move around Southwest St. Elizabeth. That is leadership. When we say we never have no electricity, we go beg the private sector to give it 2 generators so people can charge their phone. That is leadership. When we say JPS and take too long, we say, Minister Vaz, you have to come down here on the ground, compression JPS, and he came, and even before some other place, we get back with life. That is leadership. But I have a question. Where were they? Where was the other side? Weeks after, we see them run come with water and I point out who are PMP and who are labor right. That is not leadership. That's why we can't afford for them to get back no chance. Me and them walk and say, give me a chance. No. We can't run chance with the future. Because we remember where we are coming from. There was a time, if you want to come to Newell High School, you don't know which road to drive on. Because every road bad. You couldn't come from Mountainside. You couldn't come from Fuller's Wood. You couldn't come from Treasure Beach. You couldn't come from Beach. Right now from Mountainside to Barber Green. From Fuller's Wood to Barber Green. From Newell to Barber Green. Treasure... We remember where we are coming from. When they were there, they promised the students of Black River High every year, they campaign and said, no worry, we're going to take on off a shift. We're going to take on off a shift. They said that every election, 98, 2002, then come back in 2011, they said, don't worry yourself, we're going to take on off a shift. This is the government that has finally taken Black River High School off shift once and for all. They shouldn't even talk about healthcare. They never even put like a paint on the Black River Hospital and I complain about hospital. Don't look at my hospital now. Don't look at Black River Hospital if you want to see how Labour Party works.
And then them have the audacity to talk about agriculture. When we came here, they not even did have one good working truck to deliver water to the farmers. Not even one good working truck. Since I have been member of parliament, 4 brand new trucks have been provided to the National Irrigation Commission to deliver water to the farmers in St. Elizabeth. We have set up renewable energy systems to reduce the cost of pumping the water so that our farmers don't have to pay no more. We have expanded our irrigation network. I have a project with them I talk about from the 1970s about the Pedro Plains irrigation and ask them for sure what did they do to move it forward. They did absolutely nothing. Same way they used to talk about Essex Valley, say they're going to fix it. Well, right now, just drive go down a Camape. Drive go down a New Forest. And she said, we lay a pipe with the road. We put in solar panel and we're going to bring water to the farmers. We do it in Essex and we're going to do it in the Pedro Plains irrigation scheme. We're going to take water from the Black River and bring it to the farmers. But I realize as I close, them not serious about agriculture. I must the first time in the history of the country, you don't have an opposition spokesperson on agriculture that sits in the parliament. Every time they get up to talk, they have a raffle who are going to respond to me. Because nobody is there to speak on behalf of agriculture in our house. Voila, without me time, voila. I'm not going to tell you the truth. The other day they send the man go on a TV program. Say him going to talk about agriculture. And they ask him, what are your solutions? And the man talk about everything. And I know he can give one solution. Me say to Dian next time, let me bring somebody from the 4-H club. Go sit down, go talk with you. They know more about agriculture than this person. So, let me tell you something. I know that them want Southwest St. Elizabeth. I know that them targeting Southwest St. Elizabeth. So I am saying to all of you, we're going to take it back to when we just come into the seat. We are going to work like we did an opposition and look back to Southwest St. Elizabeth. We are going to every community. We are going to every house. We are going to knock on their door. We are going to remind them that the Labour Party is best for Southwest. We're not leaving it to chance. So workers that are here, we are going to get past conference. But you see, as soon as conference done, we are going to hit the road. How you see when the Labour Party machine turn up and start roll, no power on this earth can stop the Labour Party. So finally, as I turn over to my leader and my Prime Minister, anytime you hear them talk, or if you ask them a question, can you realize when you listen to their meetings, they're not telling you anything that makes sense. You know them have a style. They want to tell you what they are going to do. But me ask, if you ever tell me what you're going to do, and you had a chance before, start by telling me what have you done. You can't tell me what you're going to do. I'm not telling you what you did do before. But me realize what I want. Then me look and them see how the Prime Minister work. They see how we manage the economy. They see say the country and make money now and it look good. And them over there. And me have something to tell you. Everybody, nobody want to plant the corn. But everybody want to rear the barn. We will not allow the other side to rear Jamaica's barn again.
them tomorrow and they say, how meeting go? Tell them forward ever, backward never. When you go and market and you say, me don't hear about the meeting, tell them forward ever, backward never. When they say, wow, go hammer with fly green, tell them forward ever, backward never, shabba never right, love you know.
Champion boy, man, I put them at me and
forward ever, backward never. Labor rights, I am very proud of my Prime Minister. We have a Prime Minister who is the hardest working we have ever seen in Jamaica. We have a Prime Minister who is highly respected on the international stage. And Labour right, we have a Prime Minister who we are going to secure the third term for him. So Labour right, it is my pleasure to invite to address you the Prime Minister of Jamaica, leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Dr. the most honorable Andrew Michael Wonder. Hold it. It's good to be in my parish. Now, it's 10:31. And I want the media who are here to survey the crowd with rain threatening. And you have been here for about 2 hours or more, and nobody moving. I don't intend to finish at 11 o'clock because I want you all to get home early and safe. So I have a few messages to give to you. First of all, allow me to commend the St. Elizabeth team. They have done a wonderful job. I have been on this point about representation. And representation is becoming a big issue in the elections to come. The people of Jamaica want to see good representatives. But I want to also say that all of you gathered here as supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party, you have told me that you want to see good representatives. And as your leader, I want you to know that I have received the message. And I also want you to know that I didn't get the message in my ears and sit on it. We get the message and we are acting on it. The Jamaica Labour Party has put in place a program where we have started to call in all our MPs that we have assessed. And we have said to them, you need to perform better in this area. You are doing good in this area, but here is where we think you need to come up with some new ideas. Because in any organization, after any period of time of holding authority, sometimes people become complacent. We have done too much. We have achieved so many things that previous administrations have never even dreamt of being able to do. For us to become careless with our politics. So, I know it is not the most popular message with some people, but it is a message that has to be said. And it has to be said right here on our platform, because it is indeed a concern for our people. I like what Deputy Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Wheatley, said, that before your very eyes, the politics of Jamaica has been transformed. And you know which party has transformed it? It is the Jamaica Labour Party that has transformed the politics of this country. I want you to appreciate that we now have a politics where our discussions are elevated.
Current affairs, Prime Minister. Call it current affairs.
When you come to a Jamaica Labour Party meeting,
Current affairs.
we don't have to call nobody name on the other side. We don't have to mention the other side. We don't have an argument with nobody. We don't come on stage and spread lies and rumors. We don't believe in tearing down others to lift up ourselves. We have the substance on which we can get the support of the people. We have the performance to show. Hold on. And we don't need music to make the people them real again. Selector, the highest respect for you. But because we have the time constraint, we're gone 5 minutes already. So we have carried the politics to a new level where we campaign on our record.
Yes, unprecedented record.
And a very strange thing is happening in our politics, where there are those who are trying to say, don't pay attention to the record of performance. Can you imagine that? There are those who are trying to diminish the performance. But we have struggled for a very long time saying we need to have a politics of performance. We have struggled for a very long time to say we need to have a politics of accountability. And what I have tried to do as a leader is to bring those things to our platform. So when I stand up and say to my representatives, I'm holding you to account for better representation. You have never heard that on any other political platform except this one. The chairman for this meeting, the master of the protocol and the ceremonies. Where is he? Councilor. Councilor Williams, stand up. I don't think you realize that he was the main speaker. Because at every interstitial, he stood up and was telling you all the achievements of the Jamaica Labour Party. So by the time he was finished, nobody has anything else to say. But that is what a Labour Party meeting is about now. It's about telling you all that we have achieved. And the challenge, of course, is that there's a psychology which we have to acknowledge. And that psychology is that negative sells. And when we have so many positives, I'm always being told, you need to be carrying the message more, you need to be telling people more. And it is true. Because the good things are not going to sell themselves. It is highly unlikely that you're going to forward the Pedro Plains project as good news. But that is so important. Because as Floyd has said, they have been discussing, Michael Manley has been discussing and promising
And that's many decades ago. Promised Pedro Plains this idea of taking water from the Black River to irrigate the plains of St. Elizabeth. That project is now not a vision, it's not a concept, it is a reality. That project is going to transform so many lives. It is the basis on which we are going to create a stronger economy for this parish. But how many of you tweet about it? How many of you put it on TikTok? How many of you forward it to your friend? That's the whole point. So if you live in a society like this, where it's only the negative that people celebrate, then you can imagine the doom and gloom that people will have. And that is why we have taken a deliberate decision that we are not going to join the army of naysayers and the purveyors of negative and doom and gloom. When you come to a Jamaica Labour Party meeting, you must leave feeling elevated. Not only with the dancing and antics of Floyd Green and Andrew Wheatley. And I don't mind being the girls in bubblegum. But when you come to a Labour Party meeting, whether you are older, you are my age, or you are younger, whether you come from up there so, here so, or here so, whether you're a man or a woman, there is something here that is meaningful for you. And you don't leave here hating anybody. You don't leave here vexed with anybody. You leave here feeling good about yourself and positive about the future. That is what the Jamaica Labour Party is about. We are the party of positive message, positive thinking, positive achievement. But we are also the party of action. Action. And what has happened to us as a country, and I like to say, I'm not going to think of it as something bad, but what has happened to us over the last 2 or 3 decades is that we have become tied down in bureaucracy. Everything that has to be done takes longer than it really should. It's frustrating. We have become a society where we don't trust ourselves. And so we have layered very thickly all kind of legislation, all kind of regulation, all kinds of steps. And you know what has happened? That has caused a great deal of frustration for the people. It takes long to get everything done in a Jamaica. It took us a decade to solve our economic problems. A decade. To bring the debt from almost 150 to now 74% relative to GDP. At the end of this financial year, it will be below 70%. 10 years. During that 10 years, you had wage freeze. Whole heap of wage freeze. So public sector workers' wages weren't going up. While inflation runway, the dollar slide bad. And during that period of time, they never have no money to spend on any hospital. They never had any money to fix any road. They never had any money to provide water in your pipes. Now, we fix the economy. I am not here telling you that we have whole heap of money. But we are in a better position to plan for the things that you need. But you can understand that after 10 years of what they call austerity, meaning that the government hold the spending tight. Yes, hold the money tight and couldn't spend on the needs of the people. Austerity. During that period, while you were all under the hardship, you reach the point now where the thing rough. And then on top of that, you have COVID because of further rise in the prices in the supermarket. My God. No. And then after COVID, we are starting to feel the real impact of climate change. Almost every year in this government we have had a natural disaster, a weather event, a major rain event, major landslide, flooding, and then we had Hurricane Beryl. So can you imagine 10 years of austerity, as you're coming out of it, bam, COVID, and then all the economic woes that caused, and then the climate issues. That is also impacting the infrastructure, not just your pocket and your household budget, but the condition of the roads. And after 10 years of not spending on the infrastructure, your infrastructure will deteriorate. So you now have what we call aged infrastructure. Old road, old bridge will collapse, road the material.
Before you are Prime Minister.
Long before me, then there's something. No, I want you to listen to me good. If we are to deal with these things quickly, to ease the burden off of you, then we have to deal with the bureaucracy. Because there is a bridge called Troy Bridge. Some of you might have heard about Troy Bridge. Yes. That the bridge built in 1865. When fly? Somewhere in the 1800s. 18 something. Bridge 155 years old or something like that. Long time that the bridge they built. And with one of the tropical storms that passed through 2 years ago, it washed with the bridge. Washed with the bridge. So we talk about the climate and how it impacts on the infrastructure. Cut off communities, increase the cost for people to travel to get to where they have to go. But it took us 2 years to build the bridge. The problem was that the government didn't have the money. That's not the problem. The problem is that we have put in place so many laws to ensure that whatever expenditure we do, there is transparency, accountability, and traceability and value for money. And we need to get all of these things done. But we need to be able to do them much more quickly. 2 years. And every month something come out, somebody accustomed about the bridge. And no matter how I explain to them that if it doesn't go through something called procurement, I want to see him one of our cost and say we thief the money. Or we give it to a friend. And if we build the bridge and something will happen to it, I want to see him one of our cost and say it never designed properly. You see the problem we have? So it wasn't that we never have the money. We have to do the process. But the process takes too long. So what is it that we have to do now as Jamaicans? And as labor rights, we have to start to understand this because you have to start to carry that message. We are not going to be able to remove all the protections in legislation and regulation that we build. But the people who have the responsibility to carry those regulations and legislation and policy out, we have to move more quickly. Every Jamaican has to become more efficient in what we do. We have to become more productive in what we do. So if it is taking, 2 weeks to sign off on something, every Jamaican needs to be able to say, my work, I need to be able to do it faster. Let me cut that in half. I'll do it in 1 week. Can you imagine if along that process, everybody take off 10 days off of what they were supposed to do? We would have built the bridge much faster. So what is the next phase of the work of this government? In the same way we fix the economy, this government is going to fix the bureaucracy to make sure that we can deliver the benefits from the economy faster to you. If we had fixed the bureaucracy, then the tri-bridge would have been delivered much faster. And that is our next challenge as a nation. Fixing our bureaucracy to make things move much faster. And it means benefits for you. The bureaucracy is not just in the government. It's to help you to get your banking transactions much faster. If you go and add up how much time you spend going into the bank to do a transaction, how long you stand up in the line, or how long it takes you to get to use an ATM machine. Those are some of the efficiencies that we need to build in our financial system so that you spend less time waiting and get service quickly. How many of you have to go and pick up your path check and the pension payment and you go to the post office or wherever them pay the check and you have to wait in a long line when that isn't necessary in today's world because you can get the money digitally. That's part of removing the bureaucracy. Some of you who have to go collect the pension check, every so many months you have to present what is called a proof of life certificate, where you have to go get that signed by a JP, you have to go wait at somebody's yard.
That's our promote needs.
I know it affects a lot of you here. You don't need to do that again because we are going to change that process and remove that bureaucracy. The needs, my friend. It's current affairs. So, when I talk, some people say, Bossy, when you go up on platform, go talk all of them something, the people don't understand you. And I said, God help me, why is it that you believe that our Jamaicans don't appreciate and understand these things? I have confidence in my Jamaican people. I know I am talking that everybody can understand what I said. And if you don't understand, you're interested to go find out. Right? Because I respect you. The boy Prime Minister not talk about economy, nobody don't understand that. The people of Jamaica understand that. They understand it. Because we never had no economy before. If the Americans can understand that it is about the economy, then we understand too. Everybody understand. And it's only one political party that has been able to fix the economy of Jamaica, and that is the Jamaica Labour Party. And there is only one political party that can make Jamaica more efficient and productive, and that is the Jamaica Labour Party. So, as I close my presentation to you, I urge all of you to become the agents, the ambassadors, the purveyors, the people who will spread the good news of the Jamaica Labour Party. You have to become apostles of the work of your party. Because there was a time when people never proud to say, I am a Labourite. Now I know that every Labourite is proud to say, I am a Labourite. And that pride comes from the undeniable, unchallengeable performance of the government that you have elected and supported. But I know that Labourites are not fanatics. Labourites represent the fear-minded and reasonable thinking Jamaicans. We don't need an opposition to hold us to account. Our greatest critic and the people who have the most vociferous complaints make my point exactly. And the people who will loudly hold their party to account is our supporters. So there is no possibility of the Labour Party sliding into any extremism or going off on any errant path. No. Because you hold us strongly to account. So as I close, I say to you, your party is doing good. Your party has a vision. As I have explained to you, what is the next phase of the prosperity journey of Jamaica. And you have an incredible and important role to play. And more importantly, the leadership and executive of the party pays attention to its supporters. We respect you, and more so, we care and love you. And therefore, Labourites, let us rekindle that very strong bond between party and supporters. We have a job to do. We have a mission to accomplish. Let us choose Jamaica. Let us choose to build our country. Prosperity is ours. Labourites, I love you. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you. But before we close, I want to use this opportunity on behalf of the people of St. Elizabeth to extend condolences to the Prime Minister and the passing of one of his councillors for the Olympic Garden Division. Labourites, If you think tonight nice, you wait till next week, Sunday. So Labour, I want to hear it for the best Prime Minister in the English-speaking Caribbean, Dr. Michael Andrew Hornick. Let's hear it for Andrew Hornick. So Labour, party anthem. It was good for us to be here. Go home in peace. You're my friend to Shout, 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 shout. We're not friend of the wind, start with think. We're not just some party, as we drink. And if we don't rate it, we're not going your people. No, I'm no limit, cause we know what we lose. If we can't wear, much less see by a drink. JLP now my boat, cause them banners tough, some of them never grow in pain. Not friend of the people, not friend of the people. No, people have a pride of it.
On September 3rd, 2020,
Jamaica people mustn't turn like them young.
hallelujah.
The bell a ring up, put your ex on the